Good morning, everyone. So welcome to our Devon International Recruitment webinar on a very wet and drizzly Thursday in Devon. So we're just going to wait a couple of minutes so we have some more people log in. So as you have seen from our social media platforms, Twitter and Facebook, we are very lucky in that we've got the Royal College of Nursing with us today. And we've got Chris Musgrave, who is a Royal College of Nursing officer, and he's come along to talk to you about the benefits of belonging to a union. So I'm sure many of you have your own unions in your own country, some of you don't, and he's going to talk you through what a union is. So we'll just give it a couple of moments. So after Chris has done his presentation and talked to you about the opportunities that the RCN can provide you, we're going to have some time for question and answer sessions. So we'll just do introductions on who's with us at the moment. So Chris, can I introduce you, please?
Thanks, Carly. Yeah, really nice to be here. I'm looking forward to running through key points and principles of the Royal College of Nursing and more broadly trade unionism.
That's lovely, thank you, Chris. And yeah, really looking forward to hearing about all of that. We've got Tracy.
Good morning, everybody. I think most of you have probably seen or met me before. I'm Tracy Collins. I'm the International Nursing Workforce Lead with the team, Laura, Jack and Carly. Nice to see you.
Thank you. And lovely Laura. Oh, can't hear you.
Sorry, good morning everyone. I'm Laura. I'm the project support lead, so I've been speaking to a lot of you through Carly and through the recruitment team, so nice to see you all today.
And I'm sure most of you would have had some sort of communication with Jack, so just hand over to Jack.
Hi, good morning everyone. So yes, I'm one of the international recruitment partners looking after our mental health team as well as some of our hospitals in Devon as well. So lovely to meet you all again. That's
brilliant. Thank you, guys. Yep, so it's nice to put faces to names and emails that I'm sure you've all been doing over the last couple of months. Right, okay, so Laura, are we able to play the introduction to the Royal College of Nursing video, please?
Yeah, of course.
Laura, there's no sound.
Strange.
You need to just unshare your screen, tick the box and then share your screen again.
So sorry about that, everyone. Let's try it again.
That's all right.
Hello, everyone. My name is Lucy Machina. I'm delighted to join you today to welcome you and wish you every success in your career in the UK. With thousands of vacancies across the NHS, and as we emerge from the worst pandemic of our lifetime, we need you now more than ever. In return, I have no doubt that you will have a rewarding and varied career here. I vividly remember those early days of being here as a young nurse from Nairobi, Kenya, the excitement of opportunity and the trepidation of so much unknown. I have no doubt that, like me, you will take opportunities to grow personally and professionally. I've made Bristol my hometown, working in a variety of environments from care homes to the acute sector, community, and now I'm doing my best to make a difference from profession as a regional director of the Royal College of Nursing in the Southwest region. I have been a member of the RCN for most of my career, and now I realize I didn't use my membership nearly as much as I could have done. We have so many resources available to support nursing staff, and most of it is freely available to our members. As a trade union, of course, we are here to support you if you need us, with free legal advice and workplace support from specialists to help you through any challenging time. But we are so much more than that. Whether you want workplace support or advice, information, networking, professional or personal development, or discounts on goods and services, the RCN has something for everyone in nursing. So be part of our community of 450,000 nurses, midwives, healthcare assistants, assistant practitioners, nursing associates, trainee nursing associates, and nursing students. As the world's largest nursing trade union and professional body, we are here by your side at every step of your nursing journey. Our wide range of services help you both professionally and personally so that you can keep focus on what's important, and that's helping patients. Thank you.
Okay, that's brilliant. So that was Lucy, our Regional Director for Southwest Royal College of Nursing. So I'm just going to hand over to Chris, one of the officers. Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Carly. I'm just going to try and share my screen for my presentation. Just bear with me. No, that didn't work. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
Yeah. Great. Okay, so good morning, everyone. As has already been said, my name's Chris Musgrave. I'm a regional officer for the RCN. I'm going to run through very briefly the benefits of joining the Royal College of Nursing. But before that, I'd like to answer the question, what is the RCN? So the RCN is actually three organisations melded into one. RCN Royal College of Nursing started way back in the 19th century. And the three organisations that make up the college are firstly the trade union organisation, and I'm going to talk in a bit more detail about what that part of the, well, I'll talk in a bit more detail about what all parts of the organisations do, but the first part is a trade union, which is there to support you with employment matters. The second part is a professional body, which has the responsibility for conducting research and a whole variety of practice-specific advice for nurses. And the third one is a charity, which provides financial support and what you might call pastoral support to nurses, not just in terms of their career, but in their wider lives. So if you were to join the RCN, you would be getting the benefits of all three organisations. So there's three reasons, in my view, why nurses should consider joining the Royal College of Nursing. The first one is the most important, and it's completely invisible. So it's something called collective bargaining, and this is really the most important aspect of the trade union arm of the Royal College of Nursing. what we mean by collective bargaining is essentially negotiation around your pay terms and conditions. So the RCN is what's called a recognised union. It's recognised by the government, it's recognised by the Department of Health, it's recognised by individual trusts and healthcare employers within the independent sector, and the RCN negotiates on behalf of nurses in respect of your pay terms and conditions. So we know that nurses go into the profession primarily because they're caring people, but it's also important that nurses are properly remunerated for the work that they do. So what the RCN will do as part of its collective bargaining work is to do that in a very democratic way. So before we sit down with the government or individual trusts talking about pay terms or conditions, we'll come to you as our members and we will ask you, how much of a pay rise do you want? Is it okay not to have a pay rise this year to try and improve terms and conditions in other areas? Are you prepared to give up terms and conditions to secure a better pay award this year? And there's a whole democracy that underpins collective bargaining. So if you do care about how much you're paid and what your terms and conditions are, it's absolutely vital that you are part of that democracy, because the changes that we negotiate impact all nurses. So that's the first reason. The second reason is casework support. So this is very much the area that I work on in terms of the RCN, and casework support is essentially for when things go wrong. Now we hope that things don't go wrong, but in some cases they do. We find that nurses, particularly ones that have long careers, 25, 30 years, something goes wrong at least once in that time frame, and it's very unfortunate when that happens, but you will absolutely need the free and excellent support that's provided by our caseworking team. So things can go wrong in three different ways. You might find that you are subject to formal procedures from the employer, so that will be in the form of a disciplinary or potentially capability proceedings. We have a network of trained reps at workplace level and colleagues like myself at regional level who have the statutory right to come and support you, to represent you through that formal and internal process. Separate to that, you might find that you're subject to procedures from the NMC. Lots of nurses, when they make mistakes, can get referred to the NMC. We have regulatory lawyers who work for the RCN who will come and represent you through the NMC procedures for free. It's a absolutely free benefit for all of our members. The third way it can go wrong, and this is much more rare, you'll be pleased to know, is that in the cases of very serious mistakes, some practitioners find that they're subject to legal action. So the RCN offers an indemnity to all of its members to provide legal representation in the event that you find yourself subject to civil legal proceedings following a mistake. So again, this is a free benefit to members, and one of the most important reasons I think why it's important to consider joining the RCN. The third reason is because we give you access to a really excellent free CPD training program. So CPD, if you don't understand the acronym, stands for Continuous Professional Development. We offer a whole range of practice-specific courses, which pre-pandemic were generally delivered face-to-face. We've moved a lot of that resource online now in response to the pandemic, and as we are now hopefully coming out of lockdown and various other restrictions, the RCN is looking to develop a hybrid model where we have essentially the option for you to access this training online or in a face-to-face setting. So lots of our members find this beneficial. So particularly of our newly qualifieds will find that their nursing training didn't necessarily cover things in sufficient detail, and they'll pick up these courses to essentially top up their training. But members who've been working for a long time find our courses beneficial as well, because practice and standards change, as I'm sure everybody knows, and these courses are continually updated to essentially give you access to the very best in practice specific training. The thing I think that really sets us apart, though, from other trade union organisations is the RCN library. So the RCN library is located in London, in the RCN's head office. If you want to see some pictures and look at what's available within the library, you can do so online. So the RCN website is www.rcn.org.uk/library. But the Library and Heritage Centre, to give it its full name, is Europe's largest nursing specific collection of books, journals and e-resources. So again, post-pandemic, there's been a real effort to move more of the RCN's resources online, so you don't physically have to travel to London to access the resource. But essentially, within the library, there are subject guides that include research, publications, and lots of other resources, which again are constantly added to and updated. We have professional librarians employed at the library who can help you with literature searches and provide expert advice on how to search in an effective way. We also have a web chat service as part of the library offer called Chasing the Sun. So this is a partnership arrangement with another nursing library in Australia, and because of the time difference between the UK and Australia, you can effectively access the resources of both libraries on a 24-hour basis. So if you're anything like me and you like to do your reading in the wee hours, it doesn't matter that the RCN library closes at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You can contact colleagues in Australia and access the resources that way. Similarly, if you were in Australia on holiday, you'd be able to access the RCN library service that way. So beyond that, there is a nursing history collection. So as I've said at the start, the Royal College of Nursing's history goes back to the 19th century. So there is a very interesting collection of nursing history from a UK perspective, and there is also support with family history and archive inquiries, which is a recent addition to the library services. So contained within the library and also on the RCN's website, there is a raft of reports. So some examples of the reports that the RCN produces. There's a recent one on safeguarding, essential practice for infection prevention control, the fundamentals of nursing care at the end of life and catheter care. They're just four of the most recent reports. There are literally hundreds of reports on the RCN website, and this is very much the work that the professional body arm of the RCN does. So the things that I've talked about in terms of personal case support and collective bargaining are handled by the trade union side. The reports are handled by the professional body. So if you want to access the reports, they're free. So some are free to anyone, and there's a member login for the more detailed and up-to-date ones, but you can access those through the website rcn.org.uk/publications. Part of the work that informs the report writing is our forum work, and this really is an important point about the RCN. So in many ways we will offer services to you, but we'd also like you to get involved. There are literally dozens of forums on dozens of issues, and the point and the purpose of forums is effectively for members to come together where they have an interest in a field or speciality of nursing to share and communicate best practice, provide an environment for shaping practice, innovation and research, and to influence RCN policy and guidelines relevant to that speciality. Again, there's a hybrid option for online and face-to-face, but lots of our members get involved in a very passive sense, and they just take up and absorb the best practice, and lots of other members take a more active role in our forum work. I'd encourage you to take a look at that. As I say, there are literally dozens of forums. So another part of the work that the RCN does is campaigning and lobbying. So you might have noticed from my background that the RCN is running a pay campaign at the moment. So this is really a central part of the work that both the trade union and the professional body does. We campaign for better terms and conditions for nurses, but we also campaign for better standards within the sector. So, for example, we have a safe staffing campaign. Colleagues may know that we have a recruitment and retention crisis within UK nursing at present, which is why it's particularly welcome to see colleagues online today. The RCN, partly through its forum work, will derive standards around safe staffing and ways in which we can incentivize colleagues to stay in nursing or to join the nursing profession as a second career, or indeed from overseas. All of our campaign information is on the website, but as I say, the main one at the moment is the fair pay for nurses, so worth taking a look at. Picking up the theme of getting involved, so in addition to getting involved with forum work, you have the option to get involved as an RCN rep. Lots of our members get active at a workplace level, a regional level and even a national level. There are multiple different roles that we offer. They break down into three, so you can be an RCN steward, where you can help your colleagues with workplace issues. You can be a health and safety rep, which, as the name suggests, has a health and safety dimension to the role, or you can be a learning rep and get involved with the RCN's CPD programme. In all cases, full training is provided, and in many cases we can negotiate pay time off from your employment for you to take up RCN duties. Again, full information is on our website. We also have, as part of our charitable arm, something called Lamplight. So Lamplight has a range of different services. They offer debt advice, benefits advice, and in some circumstances, some grants. So members will quite often find themselves in financial hardship. The RCN, on a case-by-case basis, will consider making a grant. So a recent example, one of the members I've supported, the member has recently lost her house. She found herself in difficult financial circumstances and had to move to a different house, and the RCN has offered a grant to help with furnishing her new council-provided property. So lots and lots of members find that beneficial in really difficult times. Beyond that, the Lamplight services extend to immigration services. So, as I'm sure many of you know, the UK immigration service can be difficult to traverse. We have specialist immigration lawyers who will provide free advice around visas and essentially traversing the UK immigration system. Again, free benefit to members. So people always ask me how much it costs to join the RCN. Unfortunately, it's not free. Providing these services in fact does take a significant amount of resource, and we're funded exclusively by subscription from our members. We currently have 470,000 members in the RCN, and around 40,000 of those are in the southwest region. And as you see there is a whole raft of different rates on which colleagues can join the RCN. Essentially, what we offer is a first-year discount to members. So that's the first line there. So the first year discount is an annual rate of £98.43. You can pay that monthly, so that is significantly cheaper. But we are also able, or rather you are able to claim tax relief on your RCN subscription rates. So if you were to pay £98 in one go, you would claim tax relief, which would bring that down to £78. As you can see on the second line, the full rate is £196. So effectively a 50% reduction for the first year. So that's a very whistle-stop tour of the RCN and the various services, benefits and opportunities that we offer. I'll pause there, and if anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
That's really great. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, no, really good introduction to the benefits of belonging to the Royal College of Nursing. So I haven't seen any questions come in regarding the Royal College of Nursing, but one thing for me is that, I mean, I've been, and I'm sure Tracy's the same, I've been a member of the Royal College of Nursing from a student nurse, and it wasn't till probably 10 years ago that I started to get a bit more involved and realise how much I'd been underusing the Royal College of Nursing services and the support that's there. And one of the big things for me is RCN Congress, and you know, having that opportunity to, obviously COVID has, we haven't been able to have a Congress for the last couple of years, but having that opportunity to come together as a family of nurses in the UK and discuss, you know, really relevant topics and be able to contribute to the national agenda, really. And, you know, there's something about being in that room and voting on something that then goes up to the government, you know, and it really feels like you are part of something. So I didn't know if you'd be able to just talk about RCN Congress, because that's something that most of the other unions don't provide, and it's free for our members.
Yeah, no, thanks, Carly. That's a really good point. It's an annual opportunity, as you say, for colleagues to come together and I think to really do two things: to make decisions about how the RCN is run and operated as a member organisation. And to seek to influence policy on a national level. And I think the most fantastic thing about Congress is that one individual member, if you've got an idea or you know, something that you want the RCN to adopt, one individual member can take their motion to conference and can, you know, present it in front of delegates and get that adopted. And we see that, you know, regularly. There's people who've never been to conference to Congress before. And they come with a good idea, and, you know, they get that adopted, and the RCN takes that forward, and it's really the power of the collective and the power of democracy within the RCN that is, well, I would say, one of the most attractive things about joining.
Yeah, I would agree. And I've just put together a few photos of Congress of when I've taken lots of students there. So I'm just going to see if I can share my screen. Right, here we go. Right, can you see?
Got it.
Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so let me just start the video. Yeah, so this was back in, so this was Belfast back in no, it wasn't, it was Belfast 2017. So basically, as an RCN member, you're free to attend. So I took a group of students with me. I think there was about 10 of us, and there's opportunities to have lots of fun. So this is Joy, one of my lovely learners, who was having a go on an aerobics machine. So we have there's lots of topics and a very large agenda of discussions and voting in the main hall. But then in between that, you are able to go and talk to different people, have a little bit of fun, network with other colleagues from around the UK. So this is a picture of the main RCN Congress Hall. So it's just to give you an example, really. So people will get up there and debate on issues. So any RCN member is able to put an issue forward, and then it can be voted on. People can go up on stage and feedback. And I think it was a really proud moment for me. One of my that's my student actually just coming off of stage. She walked up on stage, was brave enough to do that, to contribute to the nursing agenda in terms of student nurses. And, you know, she's really made a big contribution there. So this is just a bit of fun. In between the agenda, we had opportunities to dress up as nurses of old, and had a bit of fun wearing the old capes and the old nursing uniforms. So it's a very social event. And then this is in the evening. So again, the RCN provides dinners and dancing. So this was my students meeting up with the Royal College of Nursing Chair of Congress, Stuart, at the time. And again, a big opportunity to network. And then this is with this was with Cecilia, who was our RCN president at the time. So Cecilia's not in post anymore, but Cecilia will come and talk to the learners and actually get real experiences of what is going on the shop floor. And I know my learners really enjoyed meeting her at one of the dinner events. So I just wanted to share with you. I'm going to stop screen sharing now. Right, am I still screen sharing?
No, it's just you. Well, you are, but I've got you. It's just you. Yeah.
Right, let's turn that off. Okay, so I just want to share with you some photos and just to bring the Congress bit to life, because for me that is a massive opportunity for any members wanting to join the Royal College of Nursing. So I don't know if we've had any other questions come through about the RCN. It's mainly about dates of start and things like that, isn't it? But Chris, I don't know, do you have any examples of international nurses utilising career opportunities within the RCN that you might be able to share with us?
Yeah, I do. So there's an international nurse who joined us probably about 2 years ago, and they decided that they wanted to get involved with the RCN and become an RCN steward. So they did our stewards training, and they found that they were quite interested in the sort of HR management side of things. So using the skills that they got from the RCN training, they were able to apply for a promotion. So they're now in a senior nursing role, having joined as a Band 5 nurse. They've actually quite quickly gone through the ranks, but they're now Band 7 manager for their service. And whilst the hard work was theirs, the individual member actually attributes the confidence that they gained and the particular skills from the RCN training that they received to their ability to move so quickly to a Band 7 role. And that's just one example. There are lots of others where members have done some practice specific training and found that they've had a particular interest in a speciality that they hadn't really considered before, and it's taken their career off in a different direction. But they actually wouldn't have had the exposure to that training were it not for the free training that the RCN provides.
And I think that's it with the RCN. It's about that confidence, isn't it? It gives you the confidence, and also it raises your visibility as well within organisations. And when I look back at the opportunities the RCN has given me over the last sort of 20 odd years, and the courses that I've been able to access free of charge, and even the online library service, which is that's accessible 24 hours a day. And I know even now with sort of future development courses, I'm doing a course at the moment, and I know I can email the librarians there and they will email me back to support me in terms of evidence searches and looking for different articles in terms of up-to-date practice. So it's a sort of it's a really good service, and it's not just a union, it's got that professional support as well.
I think that's right. That's the thing that sets us apart from other trade unions, is that we do the trade union work that other trade unions do, but alongside that additional professional and charitable support for our members.
Thank you, Chris. That's been really helpful. And obviously we record these videos and then we post them on our YouTube channel. So for those people that haven't been able to access it today, I will recommend that they catch up with it at some point. Obviously, some of our onboarding nurses are still working and can't always access our Thursday webinars, but you've been very helpful, and it's great to really showcase the Royal College of Nursing as a professional body. So thank you very much, Chris. I mean, you're welcome to stay, but I didn't know, Tracy, have you got any questions at all for Chris?
No, I haven't actually. No, I mean, I know that it's really helpful, Chris, and I think I would echo the importance for nurses coming through to the UK of the importance of joining a union. And I've been a member of the RCN for well, yes, years and years and years and years and years since being a student nurse. And I found them incredibly helpful sort of at times throughout my career. But also through my study as well, where I've been able to access, the learning materials, like you were saying, Carly. There's the online library, but also sort of in the main HQ in London, is the library facility and services there in Cavendish Square, and beautiful old building. It's absolutely gorgeous. Lots of wood. That real, when you walk in there, it's wonderful. But the wealth of literature that's available for free for when we're studying and doing our courses, and there's courses available that are free. It's just been phenomenal. So and I was doing my my master's and my degree as well. I mean, is the opportunity there to obviously access all of those materials. And the RCN, it's a college. So yes, whilst there's the trade union side, it is very important to remember that actually it is a college, which is around obviously that professional development and support. So yeah, thank you.
That's great. Thank you ever so much.
There is a question just in the box there, actually, Carly. I've just noticed that. How can joining the Royal College of Nursing help us in relieving some tax? Please, can you explain that? It's a question for Chris, I think.
Yeah, that's a very good question. You would join the RCN and pay your subscription. What you would then do is contact HMRC, the tax office for the UK, and you would say that you're a member of the RCN and you'd like to claim what's called professional subscription relief. And what they will do then is change your tax code, which will get sent to your employer, and you'll pay slightly less tax on your salary then to balance that out. So that's how that works. You contact the tax office directly, and then they send a different tax code to your employer to adjust the tax that you pay each month.
Brilliant. Great question, great answer. Thanks, Chris. Okay, so I can't see any more questions in. So again, a massive thank you to Chris from the Royal College of Nursing for coming to us. And for those of you that have attended, I hope you found that really useful. It is very important that you consider joining a union when you arrive in the UK. Please share this with your colleagues, because obviously we will be posting the video on our YouTube channel. And this is one of the core webinars that I would want you all to have sat. Even if you've not seen it now, you can catch up at a later point. So everyone watching, please remember we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. Give us a like, give us a like, give us a love, give us a share. Just let's do that. And so next Thursday we have a specialist dementia nurse, an Admiral nurse, coming to talk to us all about care of patients with dementia in the UK, how this may be different to what the experiences that you've had in your own countries, and talk to you about the This Is Me document, which is like a patient passport for patients that have dementia, that really assist us as nurses in caring for that patient as an individual. So her name is Angela Walter. I've worked with her for a very long time. She is very passionate about care of dementia patients. So please all join us next Thursday. And we're finishing 10 minutes early. I'm going to gift you 10 minutes back today. And all be safe, take care of each other, and we'll see you next Thursday. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.